Hello and very welcome everyone to this particular session of the current affairs. Today we are going to learn the current affairs for 26th of August 2024. So let's start and see that the things we need to learn from this session. So before we start, these are the topics we are going to cover in today's session. So the national news, state news, defense. I have some science and technology news for you. Sports, important days, obituary, summit and conferences, appointments and resignation. At last, we will summarize all the topics that are related to this particular index. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issue, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So the first news that we have today with us is that PM Modi distributes certificates to 11 lakh new Lakpati Didis. So let's talk about him. So he is the Prime Minister of our country, Mr. Narendra Modi. Recently, he distributed certificates to 11 lakh new Lakpati Didis in Jalgaon, Maharashtra. Jalgaon is a place in Maharashtra, and there his certificate he distributed the certificate to 11 lakh new Lakpati Didis. Now, what is this all about? So the event also included a discussion with Lakpati Didis about their business. So basically those women who are engaged in different type of businesses, who are particularly building some kind of enterprises, for those women this particular type of certificate has been given. These Lakpati Didis earned more than 1 lakh rupee per year. So these particular women are those who particularly in living in those rural areas or particularly remote areas, but still they are managing to get 1 lakh rupees per year. Those are called the Lakpati Didis. New Lakpati Didi became Lakpati during the third term of the NDA government. Okay, so that's all about it. So remember at which place this particular certificate distribution was done. It was done in Jalgaon, Maharashtra. Who is the Chief Minister of Maharashtra? Mr. Eknath Shinde. And now the elections are to be held in Maharashtra in November 2024. Another news from Maharashtra once again. So Maharashtra cabinet approves revised NPS for government employees on lines of center's UPS. So Maharashtra cabinet chaired by Chief Minister Eknath Shinde approved a revised national pension scheme. So the new national pension scheme has been revised. As we know that ahead is the elections going to be held in November 2024. The revised NPS is aligned with the center's unified pension scheme. This decision aims to benefit state government employees. The revised scheme is expected to improve pension benefits. So, while taking care of the pension system in Maharashtra, they have aligned a new pension system for the particular people who are in Maharashtra government, working in Maharashtra government, and that is known as the National Pension Scheme. The revised NPS is going to be aligned with the center's unified pension. That means that whatever allocations are being done in the UPS, that is the center's unified pension scheme, same is going to be done in the NPS for the state government employees. Another one, 23 lakh government employees will benefit from UPS. So recently the government launched the unified pension scheme ahead of the assembly elections. So scheme aims to benefit 23 lakh government employees. The launch came amid protest by non-BJP ruled states over the new pension scheme. So this particular launch came particularly between when the non-BJP ruled states are particularly over the new pension scheme. They are protesting over the new pension scheme. The UPS is expected to provide better pension benefit. So please remember that new pension scheme, that is the unified pension scheme, is being launched by the central government. Ladakh gets 5 new districts. So Ministry of Home Affairs decided to create 5 new districts in Ladakh. The Home Minister Amit Shah announced the decision on August 26th. So recently, some 5 new districts have been particularly recognized in the Ladakh Union Territory. Just to remind you, in 2019, Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh were separated under the reorganization bill of the Jammu Kashmir when Article 370 and Article 35A were removed. And after that, Ladakh has become the union territory and the largest union territory in India. And now it has got 5 new district of its own. And this decision was announced by Mr. Amit Shah. The move aims to build a developed and prosperous Ladakh. The creation of new district is a part of Narendra Modi's vision for the region. North Korea leaders Kim Jong-un unveils new suicide drones. So recently Kim Jong-un unveiled a new type of suicidal drone in North Korea. State media reported that he personally oversaw the performance test of these drones. The drones were designed to carry explosives and crash into the enemy targets. Experts suggest that technology behind this drone may have Russian origin. So some of the people are suspecting that it may be the point that Russia has helped North Korea in building these type of drones. And on the other side, if we talk about the Kim Jong-un, he's the dictator of North Korea, as North Korea is a particular country which is under the dictatorship of his family. And if we talk about the capital of North Korea, so it is Pyongyang. Where you will find North Korea? You will find North Korea in the Korean Peninsula, that is adjoined with the China in the Pacific region of the Western Pacific Ocean. And on the north of the Korea, you will find the Japan also. If we talk about this particular type of drone, this is called suicide drone. Another drone I like to remind you is of the Iran. Iran recently have launched their new drone that was known as Shahed 136B. So that is also a kind of a suicidal drone, and it is capable of doing kamikaze attack. India launches world's first mobile hybrid rocket, Rumi 1. So recently what has happened that India has successfully launched Rumi, the world's first mobile hybrid rocket. This rocket is also the first reusable hybrid rocket in India, developed by China-based startup Space Zone India in collaboration with Martin Group. Rumi 1 aims to enhance efficiency and reduce the operational cost in space exploration. So it is the first mobile hybrid rocket, Rumi. Mobile hybrid rocket means that particularly this rocket can be launched from a particular place, and also it can be mobile. That means it can be carried away from a particular place and from there it can be launched. One more word that you can see here, that is reusable. So you must have heard about the SpaceX Falcon 9. The Falcon 9 rocket USP is that it can, after particularly deploying the satellites into the space, it can come back to its original place. So that is the particular point of reusable. So very few very few space agencies in the world have this technology, and India is doing a lot in particularly building the reusable rocket. So remember, Rumi 1 is our first mobile hybrid rocket, and it is also a reusable rocket. India celebrates National Space Day with launch of Sapno Ki Udan e-magazine. So recently what has happened at National Space Day, India launched the innovative e-magazine Sapno Ki Udan. So if we talk about the National Space Day that occurs on 23rd of August 2024 or 2023, when the Chandrayaan 3 landed on South Pole of the Moon. So after on that day, the particular two type of days are being dedicated to 23rd of August. That is the National Space Day, and also one more thing that has been dedicated to this day is that Vigyan Puraskar are going to be awarded. So the launch was spearheaded by Union Education Minister Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. The e-magazine aims to inspire the next generation of Indian students. It makes fusion of science, creativity and education. So basically the purpose behind in launching this magazine is that it can particularly influence the young generation, the coming generation, so that they can be influenced to come into this particular department and work in the field of space technology. Dharmendra Pradhan unveils first edition of e-magazine Sapno Ki Udan. We just read about it. So e-magazine Sapno Ki Udan was launched on first anniversary of Chandrayaan 3, as I said, on 23rd of August. The Department of School Education Literacy collaborated with NCERT for this launch. Union Minister Education Dharmendra Pradhan released the inaugural edition, and Minister of State for Education Jayant Chaudhary also attended the event. Okay, so remember, Sapno Ki Udan is a particular magazine related to influencing students or the upcoming generation for being involved in space technology. Cabinet approves Vigyan Dhara scheme by Department of Science and Technology. So recently what has happened that Union Cabinet has approved Vigyan Dhara scheme under the Department of Science and Technology. The scheme merges three umbrella schemes into unified central sector schemes. So Vigyan Dhara scheme is particularly going to unified three schemes under it, and this is the particular under the Department of Science and Technology. It aims to enhance efficiency in fund utilization, synchronization among sub schemes. So what is the aim? To enhance the efficiency in the fund utilization and synchronization. The scheme has an outlay of rupees 10,579 crore for the 15th Finance Commission period. So it is very necessary for the government that they should particularly include some funds into the this Department of Science and Technology, and for that purpose they have created Vigyan Dhara. It is going to summarize three schemes under it. Jitendra Singh chaired bilateral meeting on US-India civil nuclear commerce. So recently what has happened, guys, Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh chaired a bilateral meeting on US-India civil nuclear commerce. Basically, what has happened here that Jitendra Singh, the Minister of Earth Sciences, we all know, he held a particular meeting between India and USA for civil nuclear commerce. That means a particular meeting in which they are talking about at how we are going to manage the particular civilians with the nuclear power. The meeting took place in Delhi. The highlight deepening cooperation between the two nations in science and tech and clean energy. So the two purposes were there. One is the science and technology, how we are going to cooperate in that, and one more thing, that how we can create clean energy. The Ministry of Science and Technology organized the meeting. So remember that recently Jitendra Singh chaired the US-India civil nuclear commerce meeting. India welcomes the first civilian space tourist Gopi Chand Thutakura. So recently what has happened, guys, that Gopi Chand Thutakura, India's first civilian space tourist, received a warm welcome in Delhi. So the first civilian space tourist means that he was a civilian, he's a civilian, and particularly he became the first person who joined the Blue Origin New Shepard 25 mission. This particular mission is regarding sending the civilians to the space for tourism or for fantasizing or just to go and reach and see what space look like. So that is all about it. So Thutakura, Gopi Chand Thutakura was the first civilian who particularly entered into the space tourism, and he was welcomed in Delhi. He became the second Indian citizen to travel to space after Rakesh Sharma. His trip lasted about 10 minutes, reaching a maximum altitude of 105 kilometers. That would be up to mesosphere, you can see. Lando Norris wins Dutch Grand Prix 2024. So Lando Norris, we talked about him earlier also. Remember his name? His name was under the Singapore Prix also. He also won Singapore Prix. Now he had won Dutch Grand Prix. He outpaced championship leader Max Verstappen in a thrilling race. Okay, so Max Verstappen was used to be a legend in the field of Formula 1 racing, and now Lando Norris has defeated him. Norris' performance was exceptional, finishing over 20 seconds ahead of his closest competitor. So please remember about him. This win marks a significant achievement for the McLaren driver. Mother Teresa's 114th birth anniversary observed on 26th of August. So on 26th of August, she has been celebrated as the 114th birth anniversary of Mother Teresa, and she was born on 26th of August 1910 in Albania. She became a revered figure for her selfless service. So I hope you must have heard about her. She is also a Bharat Ratna and also the Raman Magsaysay Award and Nobel Peace Prize winner. Her legacy, love and compassion continues to inspire the world. And let me just remind you, in 2016 in September, she was also given a particular post or the particular post of the saint by the Vatican City. So remember her name. Her name is Mother Teresa. Veteran Congress leader Vasantrao Chavan passed away at the age of 70. So recently what has happened, guys, that veteran Congress leader Vasantrao Chavan, he passed away at the age of 70, and he was recently elected as Nanded PM. So Nanded is a place particularly, and he has been elected as the member of parliament, but he died. Chavan had been battling a prolonged illness and was undergoing treatment for renal issues. His condition deteriorated suddenly, leading to his demise. So recently he died. And what was his name? His name was Vasantrao Chavan. He passed away at the age of 70. Second, India-Singapore Ministerial Roundtable to help in Singapore today. So recently what has happened, guys, that the second India-Singapore Ministerial Roundtable is set to take place in Singapore. The roundtable aims to strengthen trade economic ties between India and Singapore. Singapore is a major source of foreign direct investment in India. So now we are particularly collaborating with Singapore and for the ministerial roundtable, so that we can talk about some of the important particular projects, like we are talking about trade economics between India and Singapore. This event will focus on enhancing bilateral cooperation. So this is a kind of a bilateral meeting. Whenever you are studying about these type of conference or meeting, just read it like if there are particular meetings which are being holded, so that the people will particularly see that there will be a kind of a cooperation between them regarding trades and commerce and other relations. So for this purpose, the second India-Singapore Ministerial Roundtable was held in Singapore. The capital of Singapore is Singapore City. Chirag Paswan re-elected as the president of LJP for 5 years. So recently, the Chirag Paswan, he has been re-elected as the national president of the Lok Janshakti Party Ram Vilas. So basically, Ram Vilas means that Ram Vilas Paswan. So there was a minister in the Union Cabinet till 2020. He died in October 2020 and his name was Ram Vilas Paswan. So Chirag Paswan was his son. So after during the Ram Vilas Paswan era, Lok Janshakti Party was divided, and this was the phase of Ram Vilas Paswan. So that is why this word is written here. The decision was made during the LJP RV National Executive Meeting in Ranchi. Paswan will serve as the president for the next 5 years. The re-election was unanimous among party members. So remember his name, Chirag Paswan has been re-elected as the president of LJP. Arun Agrawal named chairman of Texas Economic Development Corporation. This is important, guys. Remember, Texas Governor Greg Abbott appointed Arun Agrawal as the chairman of the Texas Economic Development Corporation. Agrawal is a Dallas, India-based Indian American entrepreneur, and his role involves marketing Texas as the premier business destination. The appointment highlights Texas' commitment to diversity. So that's all about him. Remember his name. His name is Arun Agrawal. He has been appointed as the chairman of Texas Economic Development Corporation. So let's just revise that what we have learned in this session. So PM Modi distributes certificates to 11 lakh new Lakpati Didis. Maharashtra cabinet approves revised NPS for government employees on line of centers UPS. 23 lakh government employees will benefit from UPS. Ladakh gets 5 new districts. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un unveils new suicide drones. And on the parallel side, if we go to Iran, they have also created a particular drone that is called 136B. India launches world's first mobile hybrid rocket, Rumi-1. That means that it can be launched from different places and also it can be launched from a truck. And it is a Rumi-1 and it is also a reusable launch vehicle. India celebrates National Space Day, that is on 23rd of August, with launch of Sapno Ki Udaan magazine that is dedicated to influence the students and young generation towards space technology. The Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan unveils the first edition of e-magazine Sapno Ki Udaan. Cabinet approves Vigyan Dhara scheme that undertake the 3 different schemes and will be dedicated to the development of science and technology in India. The Minister of Earth Sciences, Jitendra Singh, chaired bilateral meeting on US-India civil nuclear commerce. India welcomes the first civilian space tourist, Gopi Chand Thutakura. He is the second Indian after Rakesh Sharma who went to the space. Lando Norris wins Dutch Grand Prix 2024. Mother Teresa, who was awarded the post of Saint in 2016 by Vatican City, the 114th birth anniversary was observed on 26th of August. Veteran Congress leader Vasantrao Chavan passed away at the age of 70. He was the MP from Nanded. Second India-Singapore Ministerial Roundtable to be held in Singapore today. Chirag Paswan re-elected as the president of LJP, Lok Janshakti Party, Ram Vilas version. for 5 years. Arun Agrawal named chairman of Texas Economic Development Corporation in Dallas, USA. So that's it in this session. I hope you all enjoyed the session. You have learned a lot in this session, and we will meet in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.